This is a grand day here in the Central Coast where there's the best food, so fresh. The produce is unbelievable. The colors just pop. And then, you know, the wines are so extraordinary. You're going to tell me all about this. And introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Cumming. I run the Wine Coast Country region of San Luis Obispo County. And it's John's right. It's just amazing here. And so we're so happy to be sharing it with all of you New Yorkers.
But not only that, I mean, we're here at this wonderful pumpkin farm. What do we call this farm?
Yeah, this is the Avila Valley Barn in Avila Beach, California. As John said, along the Central Coast of California, exactly halfway between San Francisco and Los Angeles. We just had a 4-day event called Sunset Magazine Savor the Central Coast, and it was wonderful. There were well over 300 wineries involved, 7 Central Coast counties, chef demonstrations, Tyler Florence.
You're making great things out of goat milk, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, we have the Happy Acres goat farm, and they do cheese and such, and we have sustainable tourism here. We have sea life. Since we're in harvest right now, so the grapes are all being picked. New wines are on the horizon with over 225 wineries here in San Luis Obispo County. We really have an opportunity to shine in the wine country too.
My name's Paul Deese, and I'm volunteer with the Pacific Coast Railroad. Also, be coming up on the left in a minute, you'll see a really old passenger car. That was the president's car for the railroads of Central America.
We've owned the property for almost 20 years now, and it was very raw when we purchased it from Campfire Girls organization. And over a period of years, we decided what the best use was and began adding rooms and various different accommodations. And now we're a retreat facility. We can rent to groups up to 35.
I'm standing here with
Christian Roguenant, and I'm originally from France, as you could tell by my accent.
Of course. Certainement.
And we're sitting here in the middle of the vineyards in the Etna Valley in San Luis Obispo, so we're exactly halfway between Monterey and Santa Barbara, and today is a day where we are very busy doing a lot of harvest.
Yes, and good sunshine. You know what I love about you guys is the vintners. Everywhere I go around the world, they have such a passion for what they do. It's like an artist with his canvas, you know, you start from the beginning and then at the end, and when you see the results, you have such joy, and being able to share the experience.
Wine has been around for, you know, more than 5,000 years, so it's something that's really, it's involved, you know, with religion, with the, you know, Bible, it's been consumed, it's celebration.
My name is John Summer, and I am Executive Director of the San Luis Obispo County Visitors and Conference Bureau. San Luis Obispo County is a unique county in California. Photography in San Luis Obispo County is really unique and so very, very diverse. For instance, you see behind me the Morro Rock. Morro Rock is one of a string of ancient volcanoes.
Well, I'm Jim Saunders.
Hello, I'm Steve Hurst. We are partners in the wine business, and of course I run Hearst Properties here at San Simeon and elsewhere in the state. Jim and I got together to produce these wines. He's been in the business for 20-25 years, and I'm new to this, although we have done a fair amount of tasting.
It's been a fun ride developing all of our wines that we've introduced to the market. Jim
and I met at a philanthropic event right here at the dairy on the ranch. We were throwing a fundraiser for the Hearst Cancer Resource Center, and oftentimes I auction off a day at the ranch, a tour, for 10 or 12 people to drive around the ranch with lots of refreshments and great food, and it ends in the evening with a swim in the Neptune pool. Jim got a bargain, and I think, well, I won't even mention the number. He bought a tour for 12 of his friends and spent the day here. And you know, when you spend a day with an individual, you talk about all kinds of things, and certainly Jim talked about his wine business. So while we'd had a lot of interest over the last few years, people wanting to get into the wine business with Hearst, Jim absolutely put the cart in front of the horse, and by the time 2 weeks had passed following that initial tour, he already had a sign on one of his barns, which Hearst Ranch Winery, and certainly people come to the Central Coast to to visit a very well-known landmark, the State Historical Monument known as Hearst Castle, which has been referred to as the jewel of the state park system. The Central Coast has a draw. It has a draw not only because of the castle, not only because of the open space, Highway 1, the Pacific Ocean, but there's lots of other things to do here. Certainly, you know, San Luis Obispo and Cambria and Cayucas and all these different areas up and down the coast just south of Big Sur, and of course, Sur itself. We're fortunate enough to be kind of the gateway to Big Sur from the south here at Hearst Ranch, and certainly we're sitting in the middle of 128 square miles of what we refer to as heaven, and we just happen to share the address with the castle.
The Hearst Castle sits on top of a mountain in San Simeon, overlooking the valley with the best vista of the valley. It's like being in heaven, I suppose. The Hearst Castle is a popular tourist site because it allows everyone to look into the past of how William Randolph Hearst lived his lavish lifestyle. You can almost feel the presence of the movie stars as they walk the grounds.
My name is Brad Buckley, and I'm Sales and Marketing Manager for the Abalone Farm. And we're in Cayucas, north of Cayucas, California, which is on the Central Coast, halfway between Los Angeles and San Francisco. And the Abalone Farm has been around since the late 60s, and we're the largest producer of California red abalone in the U.S. And we produce about 100 tons per year. That's approximately 1 million abalone around this size. And the California red abalone, even though it's one species that grows the largest in the world, it can grow up to a shell length of about 12 inches. An abalone this size, which is only about 3 1/4, 3 1/2 inches, takes 4 years. Abalone is a very delicate seafood. It takes a little bit of expertise to know how to prepare it properly, and so it's a gourmet item. You don't find it on too many seafood restaurant menus.
Come fly with me over the central coast of California to discover the rolling hills, the vineyards, and of course, the Morro Rock.
So this is our bistro salad. It's a mixture of baby watercress, hearts of romaine, and living arugula with some D'Anjou pear tossed in a maple vinaigrette. This is a tamarind glazed pork, and we're serving it with a sticky rice, our house-made kimchi, and a Thai jungle curry sauce. Try to give an honest value for the meal. And that's our tamarind glazed pork chop.
This has been so much fun here in the Central Coast, and I can't wait to come back. I hope you have had as much fun as I have exploring the Central Coast of California, and the wines and the food and the produce and everything. I can't wait to come back.
Good. Well, we want to have you back. Bring all the New Yorkers to Central Coast of California.
Wonderful.
Yeah, winecoastcountry.com. You can get all the info there.
Right. And until next week, I'm Jon Haggins, the GlobeTrotter. Remember, get up, get out, and travel! Look forward to seeing you next week at another great destination around the world.